Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Ramble Stream podcast. I'm Richard.
And I'm Jansen. Each week, we sit down for rambling conversations about motorcycles, the experience of riding, design, and whatever else catches our fancy. Bring a beverage of your choice or stories, and we'll see where this takes us.
If you're interested in thoughtful conversations, friendly and informative banter with fellow riders, and the latest dispatches from Janus Motorcycles headquarters, you're in the right place. Let's get started.
We're here. I need a bigger
I think you
place
need your
for
own
my
mess
mouse.
too, because that's mine, and I have to reconnect it every time you step. Okay, sorry. Hello, good evening, and welcome to Ramble Stream episode 109. We're back for another ramble with all of you all, and we're excited. We're going to be trying out a new idea. We're going to talk about some motorcycle related news, and we want your all's input.
Oh, we gotta have y'all's input. I have to.
But first, Jansen, why don't you start us off? Tell us a little bit about yourself. When, if you're new to the Ramble Stream, the format we follow is tell us where you're viewing from, who you are, what you ramble with, and what you are sipping on this evening.
I'll go first.
Go for it.
My name is Jansen. I'm coming to you live at Janus's HQ in a more specific fashion in the Ramble Stream studio. Isn't it beautiful? Isn't it lovely? Can you tell that the light temperature is different because
we updated it? Also, you have a filter on the camera.
I do. It should be like a little warmer. We're just updates all around, you know? Okay. We're going to ignore it. And we're going to talk about it later. I ramble in a Ford Lightning and on my feet, but I'm a soon-to-be rambler in a Phoenix 450 in 2 years. 3 years.
Fantastic.
4 years.
My name is Richard Worsham, co-founder here and head of design. I am broadcasting from the Ramble Studio, downtown Goshen.
What a great place.
Freezing cold. Actually, it's well below freezing.
It's very cold.
It was 4 degrees this morning.
Yuck.
And one of the vehicles I ramble with, a 2013 Volkswagen Jetta TDI Sportwagen.
Ooh, a Sportwagen.
Is diesel, and it didn't start.
and we'll see if it starts
this evening.
I
also ramble with a 2009 Kawasaki KLR and a 2017 Halcyon 250 serial number 68. And I am sipping on a lovely sip of this Wolford Halcyon Reserve 23 starter.
It's got the name on it and everything.
This is sent in to us just this week by Mr. John Wolford himself.
A little care package.
Has a Janus Halcyon 450.
Does, and it is beautiful.
Thank you, John.
Thanks,
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, that's what I'm sipping on. Also, I didn't say that.
You're sipping on that? I was afraid I wasn't paying attention and you'd already said it all.
No, I'm glad you did. Also, if Richard hits his mic stand, just know that he's done it 6 times already to date. So,
if you would like to catch more of me knocking the mic, you can join our pre-ramble. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, pre-ramble is just one of the 3 perks that you get when you join our membership here. I think it's $6.99 a month, and you get it's like a free or not free. It's
free. It's not free.
It is 30 minutes before the actual ramble stream of us talking about whatever. Sometimes giving a little inside scoop about the episode coming up. Talk about what we're thinking about, what we're drinking, official bourbon reviews. And stuff like that, as well as members-only shorts and a week early access to our videos that will be starting in January.
There you go.
So that's what you get with the membership. You guys can join by hitting the join button. It should be just right below the video. But I think more importantly than that, our first comment was Kelly. He said, Crocs. And I've got great news for everyone. Crocs.
Not real Crocs, though.
No. Some would say they're knockoff Crocs. Some would say they're knockoff Birks. They're probably knockoff Kirks. A little bit of both. So that's what I'm wearing today. Janus McRider is here, of course, knocking on my Birkenstocks, my knockoff ones. I'm hoping to just lurk, avoid the copycat Birkenstocks, all the little crowns. I have that turned off now. He's talking crap in the chat. Who else is here? Oh, you.
Speed Racer 95, Maryland, Harford County, number 1209, Halcyon 250, Genie. It's a fantastic name for a motorcycle, a vehicle, shall we say, especially if you're a fan of Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Creepy kid snatcher.
Read the book. No, read the book if you want to know why.
That movie terrified me.
That was it's a good movie, but it's not at all like the book. It's cold as hell down here in Maryland. Sipping on ice cold milk, eating dark chocolate, caramel candy.
Gosh, we should bring more snacks. Not a very pleasant audio experience, though.
Yeah, right.
We got Uncle Voodoo in here. Between the Neo 500 and the Halcyon 450, I'd pick the Halcyon 250.
Nice. That's
like
a great comment. Thank you. Awesome.
Let's go toward the middle here to pick up some chats. We've got Arlsberg Clipper. How you doing? He says hello.
Hey, Arlsberg.
We've got Walrus 647. This one's all you, Richard.
Hey, everyone. Ed from Bartow, Florida. Still rambling in a 2009 Silverado. Nice. Hey. Sipping on water and black coffee. Dinner time for me. We'll listen to Ramble Stream tomorrow. Stay frosty.
Well, hello to you on this fine Tuesday morning, which is probably when you're listening. Who else? We've got Randy Howell. He's talking about the ride video. Is that the Rocky Mountains? I think there might be some Rocky Mountain ride footage in there. I'm not entirely sure, though. Let's see. Who else? All you, Richard.
We got Craig Doval. Hey, Craig. Greetings from Illinois. Proud owner of Halcyon 450 number 066. Enjoying some Malort. Cheers. Cheers. If I had we were just talking about this. If I had some Malort, I would have a shot with you.
I wouldn't, but I'd watch you suffer.
Are you sipping on the Malort, or are you like just pounding it?
There's something about that stuff that is repulsive. And by something, I mean everything, because it just covers your tongue and your mouth with that flavor, and it's impossible to get rid of.
We've got pickle juice. Does a really good job.
Yeah, but I don't like pickles. That's
neither do I.
I guess, which do I like worse? Gary Smith is here. Hi from East Lansing, Michigan. Halcyon 50, number 11. Halcyon 250, number 79. Halcyon 450, number 3. Phoenix 250, number 79. Griffin 250, number 163. Phoenix 250, number 1020. 1972 Triumph Trident, a 1980 Honda CR 200, a 1990 Harley-Davidson Sportster, 883 Sportster, a 2017 Ural Gear Up.
So, Gary, we're going to want your input
yes.
on some of the stuff we're talking about.
Yeah, we'll be talking about the new Ural Neo 500 later tonight. We've got Confed Yank here. Of course, our lonely Twitch viewer, we're so glad you're there, and moderator. What a wonderful thing. Who else we got here? Jason 412 says fist. Kelly says fist. Yeah. Comfort Yank says fist. Okay. We've got Puck 971 here. Semtex says fist. That's enough. I think we're done. What's up, Felix Brothers? They're here as well.
By Chris Smith.
Chris Smith, where is he at? Here he is, right there.
Says, went to Baumgartner's in Monroe, Wisconsin for a Limburger and Braunschweiger sandwich. Don't miss the opportunity. Well, there you go, folks.
Isn't it Braunschweiger? My dad would always use that as like he messed it up. Like I Braunschweigered it.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
I've never heard that.
I mean, my family is German, so.
Braunschweiger. I actually don't know what a Braunschweiger is.
I don't know either. I would, if Chris knows, I'm interested. I'm not a fan of the Ural Neo. Keep it retro and original. I mean, we'll talk about that more later. My mom ate that stuff. What is it? I don't know what it is. That's Mark Zwag. He's our CFO. Hello, Mark. He's also on the board. Very cool guy. Well, it's kind of like bologna, but softer. How do you get softer than bologna?
That's bologna.
It's like a spread. I don't know. I'm confused. I'm not trying one. I refuse. Richard, I think it's time
for a little poetry.
For a little poetry.
Nice. Well, this evening I'm really excited about this one. This is a book. I've told you all this before. This is a book I found, and I just picked it up because it was in this bookstore that has really good taste. I think maybe they got a collection of books from somebody that just was really.
Are you doubting this bookstore's
anyway, it's really
ability to pick?
This poem, I did not read the whole book before I bought it. Sometimes I do, but I have a personal connection with this. Time out.
You said you read the whole book?
Not always. No, I'm saying like if it's a book of poetry.
You read the whole book before you buy it?
Like skim the whole thing.
That's crazy.
I mean, especially if I don't know what it is.
You want to take the risk?
No. Anyway, this is called Reading a 1979 Inscription on Belly's Monument. Now, this is going to take a little bit of
I was about to say,
explanation.
You're going to have to give me some context.
So, Belly was a very famous Roman poet from the 19th century. So this is not an antique Roman poet. This is like 19th century Rome. And he wrote in something called, oh my goodness, I'm going to forget what it's called. It's a term, but it was a dialect of Roman, a Roman dialect from the 19th century. So kind of like a version of Italian that was like more slang, like Cockney for London, but maybe something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't speak Italian enough to know what it is. Yeah. But anyway, he was famous, and there's a famous statue of him that was put up in the early 20th century, and it's at the end of the Via Trastevere, right across from the island in the middle of the Trastevere. That's really beautiful, in the middle of the Tiber in Rome. Really, really cool. And I've spent time eating street food on the statue. Anyway, I was like, oh my gosh, I know this poem.
It resonated.
And anyway, here you go. Reading a 1979 Inscription on Belly's Monument by James Wright. It is not only the Romans who are gone. Belly, unhappy a century ago, won from the world his fashionable stone. Where it stands now, he doesn't even know. Across the Tiber, near Trastevere, his top hat teetered on his head with care. Brushed like a gentleman, he cannot see the latest Romans who succeed him there. One of them bravely climbed his pedestal and sprayed a scarlet merda on his shawl. This afternoon, I pray his hidden grave lies nameless somewhere in the hills, while rain fusses and frets to rinse away the stain. Rain might erase when marble cannot save. Anyway, the statue also has what's called a term, which is it's basically a Janus head.
Okay.
But it's a four-sided Janus head.
Ooh.
That is a copy of from across the river on the bridge, and from the Pons Fabricius, which is the oldest functional, basically unrepaired Roman bridge in the world.
Huh.
It's just completely intact, dates from, like 2,000 years ago, and there's still cars going over it.
What? Unrepaired?
Well, I mean, it's like been maintained, but it's not being rebuilt.
Okay.
Yeah. Been just maintained. Anyway,
the last line
so
about
much of this is
how rain. Here's your Janus writer. Hope you're listening.
Commentary.
How rain kind of washes away everything, no matter how hard it is, or how deep it is. Very interesting. Profound, Jensen. I've seen rocks out in the wild. Hello, everybody from Greensboro, North Carolina. Lenny here, Halcyon 250, number 1,230 from Glenfiddich.
No, he's drinking.
Oh, he's drinking. Yes. Glenfiddich.
Glenfiddich.
15 year. I don't know what that is.
It's a single malt scotch.
Okay. I don't drink scotch.
Pretty good stuff.
I might like scotch. David says, I followed the WeFunder link and it's broken.
Oh, 404 error.
You're kidding me.
What?
Are you talking about the one in the description?
We have it also posted in the YouTube, the description below the video. We also posted it in the email before this. And then in another email we sent out today. We're sorry we were kind of spamming you.
Yeah. But it's a really cool opportunity. Do you want to talk about the WeFunder real quick?
Yeah, real quick, let's talk about it. WeFunder is a crowdfunding way for, well, it's not better than crowdfunding. It's not really crowdfunding. It's actually an investment tool using the Form C investment, which allows non-accredited and accredited investors to purchase shares in a company. And we are offering shares in Janus Motorcycles right now. It's about to go live. I mean, it is live in the sense that the Form C has been filed, and it is in play. So, there it is. It's broken.
I don't know how that happened.
Oh, we can fix that.
I'm gonna fix it right now.
Anyway, we're really excited about this. We're raising $1 million to help us to launch into 2026. 2026 is going to be a amazing year of growth for us here at Janus Motorcycles. We have been working very, very hard over the last year to address some of the challenges that have come along with being a really small manufacturer. For over a decade now, we've been manufacturing a wide range of motorcycles, all the way going back to our 50cc Halcyon, our 250 line, our 450 line, and we're really small. It's very capital intensive to manufacture motorcycles. As I always say, you can't deliver a motorcycle if it's missing one part, and there are thousands of components that go into every single motorcycle. So orchestrating all that, making sure that we can carry all the inventory required, and have all the pieces in place is very difficult, and it is, and part of the reason that we've had long lead times on our motorcycles, and getting all that worked out over the last year. We have a new inventory management system, an MRP system. We have, what's that?
Made some promotions internally.
We have the experience on board. Starting about a year ago, we brought on two very experienced folks to the team, and one of those is Scott Ferguson. Scott came on board as our global supply chain director, and the other is Bill Seals, who came on as our purchaser, basically. And both of them bring decades of experience. Yeah. Scott worked under Eric Buell for almost about a decade with Buell Motorcycles. If you know any of that story, you know about how I've always looked up to Eric Buell and the story of that. I remember the day he had made the announcement that Harley Davidson was shutting him down, and with tears in his eyes. It was, I've always been really inspired by what he was able to do.
My favorite Buell memory, and that feels like a weird thing to say, my favorite and only Buell memory is Chase riding his brother's Buell. I can't remember what model it is, but it's the belt-driven one. Mm-hmm. And that thing shakes like a Harley.
It's because it has a big old V-twin in it.
It was the
it's a sport bike.
The gnarliest thing I've ever seen.
But anyway, Scott, that's one of many places he's worked in the motorcycle industry with supply chain. And the other is Bill, who has been instrumental in implementing our MRP system, which sounds like no big deal, but it is one of the most difficult things a manufacturing company can do, is to implement that. It's also one of the most valuable things that you can do. Yeah. It's just completely transformed our ability to get parts in when we need them, forecast our costs, and schedule deliveries. So we're really excited to see that coming on fully online in the coming months. And we're also excited to announce that we have promoted both Bill and Scott to VP positions at Janus. So Scott is now our Vice President of Supply Chain and Global Sourcing, and Bill is our Vice President of Operations. And I'm just over the moon about it. Having someone who can bring that level of experience to a small operation like what we do. We've been doing this for so long, really learning it on the fly. And I joke, kind of reinventing the wheel in some respect.
Reinventing the wheel and building the plane as it's flying.
In a lot of ways. And it's been our strength in a lot of ways, because we can do things very quickly, and we can do things that other people wouldn't have the daring to do, maybe, or the knowledge to do.
That's nuts. Right. Dare I?
but we are maturing as a company, and we have really big plans to expand our ability to produce. Our goal is to get lead times down to 30 days.
Yeah.
That's going to be huge, and to be building 12 plus bikes a week. So
Heck yeah.
very, very exciting. New facilities that we're excited about being able to see in the coming months.
Yeah.
A lot of really big, exciting news there. Yeah. So that all is part of this WeFunder. This WeFunder will help us to do that. It will help us to launch new models like the Phoenix 450 and really expand our production. So we're just over the moon. This is an opportunity for you all to be able to participate, to first and foremost, to help us out with what we're doing, be part of it, and to own a share in Janus motorcycles.
Yeah.
And so we're really excited about that. If you're curious to learn more, please visit our WeFunder page on the WeFunder platform. Have you updated that?
I have updated the link.
The link is updated. You can also just search
Janus.
either Janus or our official business name, Paragon Motorcycles, WeFunder, and you'll find us there. And there's a lot of information, more information than you probably need, but on our financials. And then we've been doing, just last week, doing regular updates on there. So we'll be sharing those. Very exciting news.
Yeah. I've got a very cool comment to share. Well, first, leave Jansen alone. His shoes are fine. Stop pounding the guy. I got your back, Jason. I knew someone did, Speed Racer. I knew someone in here had to. That is a cool comment. Very other cool comment is Josh here, an American expat living on the coast of Ecuador, just finished a 22,000 mile, 110-day solo ride, visiting 49 national parks in the lower 48 on my 2003 Harley Softail.
Well done, sir.
Holy smokes.
That's great.
That's crazy. I would love to hear about your experience, Josh, if you want to just kind of give us your tales in the chat. But in the meantime, I think it's time to build an inventory bike. So don't you think?
So yeah. Did we get any suggestions? Or are we not doing that quite yet?
For
the build?
No suggestions.
Okay. So I think that's something we're going to start doing.
Okay.
Is if you want to, we'll be doing some posts, and we can get your suggestions for builds.
Yes. 450 what? We did a Griffin. What have we done? Let's do the Griffin 250, because that also, if you guys build a Griffin 250 and submit your order or submit your build sheet, you can get a chance to win 50% off of the base price. So
Arlsberg says still no builds getting done. No, we are absolutely getting plenty of builds done. Not 12 bikes a week, but we're building motorcycles. We have been suffering from continued supply chain issues, which we're working through. That's a big part of.
Stop. $10.
And since she finds, you probably get like 4 pairs of those.
Listen, this isn't out of this shoe choice is not out of lack of funds. This shoe choice is a completely free will choice. I love these things. I don't need new shoes.
No, we're Arlsberg. That's a good question, though. We're absolutely building bikes. Some of them they're just like missing a seat or a fuel pump.
Yes.
So we will get back to doing some builds of the week in the future. But in the meantime, we also think we're really excited about just showing this build process, especially for folks, even if you've already built a bike, but if you haven't built one, it's fun to build them out and see the different combinations. I like the pink suggestion. I wish we had a pink.
I wish we could take I wish there was a color wheel that we could choose any single color from to pick.
That would really make Kelly would love that.
I'm sure she would. I'm sure.
Mark Swag says
1992. Come on, guys.
Jansen's gonna have like 15 pairs of shoes here.
Guys, stop. I like my shoes. I don't know what else. Oh boy. This is gonna go toward the
Steamer Shoe Fund.
This isn't gonna go toward the. I'm a little flabbergasted, guys. This isn't my shoes are fine. I like my shoes. I legitimately love them. Let's build a bike. Let's build any bike suggestions. I want a Phoenix 450. A Hunt. I mean, you can call Mitch right now.
We're still working on the configurator for that.
We are, but you can call Mitch right now and get your name in for one. Kelly, another $1, and I'm assuming that's just going to go toward the Jansen Shoe Fund.
All right, enough about these stupid shoes. Let's keep moving.
I can't stop when there's super chats coming in, Richard. Okay, what do we want to build?
We've done some Halcyons. Let's look at some Griffins. Let's do a 250 Griffin.
Okay, 250.
Okay,
maze.
So the maze is what it starts with, but let's not do black. Let's do something bright. Let's do oh, whoa. What about the that one?
Ooh,
inland seafoam green.
I like that. That's a nice color. Let's loom. Ooh. Okay, any pinstripe suggestions? Let's get these quick. I would love to hear just some fire pinstripe suggestions. While we're waiting for pinstripe suggestions, question on the contest. If we win, can we use the value towards any Janus?
I think it's for 250. Is that right?
Yes, it's for 250.
Yeah, it's 250. I believe it's for
either a Griffin 250 or a Halcyon 250.
Yeah, there you go. There's the answer to your question.
Bright red.
Okay, let's do it.
Done. Sold.
All right. No, I like it. I'm a fan. Jansen's not so much. Second pinstripe?
We'll go second. What if we put this one at we gotta somehow tie in the feather color. Right?
No, I don't like that. No, I don't like that.
You're gonna say no to that one too.
That's all right.
That one's giving fire engine. Ooh, that was kind of sick.
It's all right. What about green?
Green.
All right, that's cool.
We've done like a Christmas bike every week. We got to get the fender pinstripe, of course. Let's do wheel pinstripe too. Can we see that in the configurator?
I'm gonna look at these comments while we're in this.
Yeah, you can see that in the configurator. I like that a lot. Okay. Ooh, color match frame? Yes or no?
Man, with that color,
You feel like
kind of cool.
especially with the blacked out engine.
Ooh, black secondary pinstripe.
Okay, let's change.
That's from Arlsberg.
Let's change. Arlsberg just in here with the heater suggestions. Black. Do we not have a... Oh, that's wheel. Black.
Zoom in.
Zim.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's better than green, I will say. Do we like the gold feather?
Let's try something different.
Let's go... Where's it at? Let's go...
Well, that works too.
I think it's just it's a lot of colors going on, you know. I think the silver kind of neutrals it out.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I like the brown with this, but let's see what the black looks like. The black is
I like the black.
the black's it. Polished.
Ooh, that looks good. Number plate?
Got it.
Do the number plate.
Well, there's an
There's
example.
a photograph. That's not on the configurator yet.
No, it is.
There
I
it
was just accidentally hit the wrong button. Oh, you can. What does a color match race plate look like? I think I like the black better. What are the comments saying?
More fists. R key jacket. Color match, yes.
We got to do the cargo rack because it's a Griffin. We got to do the front, the tie downs, of course, and we have to do the corn detasselers. I think that's it. I think that's our bike.
Okay, let's just real quick. Let's switch out the primary color. I just want to see it, everyone.
What are the color?
Let's go with. Let's do the vintage red. See what that looks like.
Whoa, no, that's really dark.
It's really dark. Now, You zoom in on the tank because the red. Ooh, that's actually pretty cool. I like it.
I like that a lot.
The black.
I like that a lot.
Go blue.
Blue.
And then we'll move on.
It's
pretty cool.
It's all right. It's giving 4th of July to me, but I like
That could be very 1920s color there.
Yeah, I like that a lot. That's like just subtle enough, but just too much, or just the right amount of pop. If I could speak.
Griffin 250 with a fly screen. We don't have that on the configurator, but that's a good idea.
Yeah, it would have to either be the fly screen or the number plate, right? Like you couldn't do both.
No, yeah, you have to do one or the other.
Yeah. Maze, maybe we'll do a maze one later. I don't know. We'll see. It looks cool. I think that's it. That looks choice.
That's the color you're gonna do for your Phoenix 450.
No,
Okay.
my Phoenix 450 I think is going to be a custom color.
Speed Racer says looks cool.
I agree. I think that's a good color combo. I saw Old School. I think he's in here, which means he's really Fist. He's really gonna like.
Yeah, you're gonna like the thing
that we've got. So, Richard, do you want to?
Yeah, absolutely. The thing so Old School. Please, if you're in there, tell us about this because you're the expert on these kinds of things. But I have a little toy. This is a tin pressed metal toy sidecar rig, and it's a wind up, so it has a key.
It works.
Although I think one of my daughters lost the drive chain, so it actually has real sprockets. It has a countershaft sprocket and a rear sprocket, and then right on the front of the engine, it has a key, and you can. Okay, if you can stop it.
Yeah. A little ASMR.
Then and it goes around in a circle. But he's got his lady in the sidecar all bundled up. But she's got a little muff on, and he's got his little hat and his tie. And it's definitely a single cylinder, vertical single cylinder.
Yeah, what do you think the CC is?
Oh, man, this thing's probably, I want to say it's a 350. Okay.
All right.
Maybe it's a 500 now.
Does it weigh 760 pounds?
But it's a sidecar. And I got this for Christmas from my wife like 8 years ago. This is a reproduction. This is not an original. But it's just like the old ones.
Speed Racer is asking me to hold it closer to the camera, so I'm going to do that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, you chat about it. If you have any...
No, it was a fun little trinket to put under the Christmas tree. Isn't that neat? Very realistic bike. It's all just pressed metal with these little like tabs that are folded over to hold it together. Isn't that neat? It's like Antique Roadshow.
I like that.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So
Very cool.
So Old School is an expert in these kinds of toys. If you are able to tell us anything about that toy, please do so.
So much so that he set up a Hans and Franz, Mark says, he set up a little table.
The last 2 years.
Yeah, the last couple of years at the owners rally.
It's a Paya. Any manufacturer marks. Here, hold on. Let's see. No, it just says made in China.
Just like my Crocs.
This is a reproduction, but it's pretty cool.
Mark asks, does the girl passenger have Crocs on?
He has nice little boots on, little button boots.
Button boots. This is a really good idea from Semtech. Janus limited edition, handmade Amish leather Jansen Timus with reinforced toe shifting pad and the double J's on the sole for inputs in the sand.
Talk to Mark Borkholder.
There you go. Yeah, we'll get it done. Reproduction of the Paya.
Of the Paya. I'm going to look that up.
Of the Paya.
Thank you, Old School.
Oh, that's very cool. Now, do we have any news that we want to talk about?
Well, we covered the WeFunder, and we covered briefly the
What F off?
the half off. What is the technical term for that? Dream bike build.
Dream bike build.
If you're not familiar with that, go to any of our social media, and there's a number of, you need to follow us on different social media platforms and build a bike on our configurator, and you're entered to win half off of a 250 Janus, and we're going to be selecting a winner at the end of the year.
Yeah, and starting, I think today, if you go ahead and put the deposit on your bike, you get a free engraved gas cap.
That's right.
If you entered into that giveaway.
Yep.
So it feels like a no-brainer to me, right? You put the build in, you buy the bike, you might get half off. It's a win-win.
There you go.
Huntley Cycle Co says, my wife is enjoying her journal.
Oh, awesome. She's a past Ramble Stream winner.
Y'all instructed me not to touch it.
Nice.
Did we though? So I think I don't know how to introduce this next segment. It's going to be Ramble adjacent, right? But it's going to be more kind of directed toward something specific. Like, I don't know, the Ural Neo 500. Richard, you...
Oh yeah, this is my story. So this is an updated story. Just came out last week.
Let me pull this up.
Share the story. So this is a story that Cycle World put out. Now, this is not brand new news. That I've been hearing leaks of this since about a year ago. And Ural put out, or they brought one over for test rides up in Seattle, which is their world headquarters actually now. So maybe a little background on Ural.
Yeah.
If you're not familiar with Ural, probably most of you are. Ural is a Russian motorcycle manufacturer. It's been building bikes since right after World War II. And the really interesting story on these is that they are copies by the Soviets of the BMW, the German World War II BMW sidecar rig. And then the Chinese made another, I'm forgetting the name of the Chinese knockoff, but the Chinese version was a copy of the Soviet copy of the BMW.
It's not by
Shang or something. No. This is an old. They've been making them for a very long time.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
And it's the same. So they're a boxer, horizontally opposed boxer with a powered sidecar wheel. Now, not all of them are that way. Now, Gary Smith has the Gear Up, which does have the powered sidecar wheel. They're really, really neat.
That's really cool.
Now, I think Ural's kind of 20 years ago it's as people talk about sidecars. I think they even mentioned in this article, it's like a niche within a niche.
Yeah.
It's a very specialized group of people that like sidecars.
Yeah.
I count myself among that crowd. They're a lot of fun, but they're very different than riding a motorcycle.
Yeah.
It's you don't lean. And so as Gary mentions, they typically use a leading link front end because that is so strong for lateral loading, and it's really operating like a car in that sense. However, it only has 3 wheels, so unlike a car, you can't turn left the same way that you turn right.
Right.
Because you'll flip over.
Thanks.
If you make but depending on which side the sidecar's on, a hard right or left-hand turn. Anyway, Ural, in the last 10, 15 years, their quality really went up. They used to talk about, and I'm going to mess the story up, but the alternator or something like that, they called it like the Molotov cocktail because it would like come loose and then just like grenade the motor.
Good luck.
And they had other things like just assembly issues,
right?
Wiring. Usually you just had to like, when you bought one, then you had to go through the bike and like sort it out.
Interesting.
But in recent years, their quality got a lot better. I've ridden a number of Urals. They're just really, really fun. They're not very powerful, and they're very heavy, but you can just have so much fun on them. They're not something you're getting on the highway. It's like a Janus.
Yeah.
Just very traditional design, full of character, wonderful machines. So then the Russian invasion happened, and a lot of sanctions were put on Russia, and Ural had to move out of their Urbit factory, and they moved to Kazakhstan. They moved their entire operation.
Wow.
The story of Ural is worth reading the history, the current owner and CEO, what he's tried to do with it. Anyway, the supply chain problems that they faced did not go away with their move to Kazakhstan.
Yeah.
They were still making motorcycles for the Russian market in Irbit in the Ural Mountains, which they're named after. But lots of issues. Their main market for the Ural is the U.S. So I guess, the decision was made that they're going to switch all their production to China, to a company called Yingang.
Huh.
And Yingang has been already making a sidecar. And so I think that they did is they just kind of took, now maybe I'm misphrasing this, they took an existing sidecar model and they have gone through and according to their, allegedly the quality, it meets Ural standard. So but you can see here, this is what they do. It's called and they're just differentiating it from the original Urals by the Neo Ural name. So this is like a 500cc parallel twin.
That is
so obviously they're not going for the retro old school Russian copy of a German BMW design. They're going more like a copy of a modern German GS design. It looks like a kind of a BMW, knockoff like BMW GS,
or kind of like what's Ducati's
Multistrada.
Multistrada, yeah.
It's a very modern design, and it still retains the leading link front end. These are renderings of the bike. They're not the actual one. I think down lower in the post there are some pictures of the Neo. Or sorry, this is the Yingang. That bike
is
so low mounted. So the other thing is that this is not going to be marketed to the off-road world.
Right.
The Ural with its 2-wheel drive was an amazing off-road snow. When I used to live out in South Bend, and it gets a lot more snow than here in Goshen. And I'd go to the Fiddler's Hearth bar. It's like an Irish pub. And this guy, like if it was really snowy out, he knew he was going to roll in on his Ural. Just rolls in on his Ural, like just blizzard conditions. He's like sliding around.
That's probably pretty fun, really.
Oh my gosh, he looks like he's having a blast.
Well, look at this guy.
But that's a gear up. That's the original old school.
Okay.
I think it's an 850. Look at that thing.
Looks so much better. Like if we're going on looks alone, specs out the trash. I mean, that looks so much better than that.
Is it though? The specs.
I mean,
so let's talk about horsepower.
Okay, according to this article, it's 736 pounds.
And the old one was 730.
Which is insane. Oh, what is this the Yingang SUV 502 closely resembles the upcoming Ural 500 as the company will manufacture it on behalf of Ural. Okay.
But the Ural version is going to be a street-oriented bike.
But it looks exactly the same.
Yeah, it's basically the same bike.
But it looks worse.
So they've taken looks very much like a Ural sidecar, a sidecar at least, and put it on this thing. So anyway,
736 pounds.
This begs the displacement's 450 cc's. It puts out
45.6 horsepower
with however they're saying at the rear wheel it's going to be more like 35.
Now,
so basically like a little more powerful than a 450 Halcyon, or Janus,
but with like double the weight almost.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like another car, right?
Urals are 750, says Gary. Thank you, Gary. Not 850.
Gary, we'd love your take on what you think this Neo.
Yeah, I mean, so the question then is, it does seem like on some level this is and I know motorcycle industry, like it's challenging. It's a difficult thing to do. But it does seem like it's kind of a trade-off between heritage and a tradition that, in my opinion, they were starting to get really good at.
Right.
The quality was really going up.
Right.
And so, but then they're faced with, global sanctions.
Right.
They had to move their factory, which was an original ancient factory, like using like Soviet era machinery. It's kind of sad.
It is. It feels almost like the death.
I hope it's not. But It does seem like
But
a
to
move of
steer
desperation because they basically are taking a
so
Chinese
far
bike
away.
and rebranding it.
Yeah, to steer so far away from like the original design language feels crazy to me.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, but it does beg the question: is this going to appeal to this? If they're most of their market, global market, is going to the U.S.
Yeah.
The people that appreciate sidecars are people that appreciate. They're not looking for performance,
Right.
period.
Right. Well, this isn't going to have it.
Well, no, well, yeah, exactly.
So I mean,
But it not only does it not have performance, on some level, to me, it's got a 7-inch touch screen. It also lacks the character.
huh?
It's got a big touch screen. It's like they're marketing it to like this high tech.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really have the performance to back that up. So to me, it seems like there's a little bit of a mixed.
It feels like they're playing tug of war between two things a little bit.
Yeah. And so I by no means want to just like knock Ural because I understand how difficult the position is, but it does sort of like, it's difficult.
I would love to hear the rationale behind. I mean, was this strictly cost prohibitive, right? Like, was it just either the brand survives or we die? It survives and we go this direction, or we have to call it quits and be done.
Arlsberg has a good point. He says 5K, so they're shooting to be under 15,000. Back in the day, that was what you could get a Ural for that, but now they're pushing. I mean, you can spend $25,000 on one of those things. I think they start over $20,000.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're reducing the price significantly. That's a really nice thing. Now, I just wonder if it's enough.
I would love to.
If it's a Chinese bike.
Yeah, well, who cares about the Chinese part, right? I just want to ride it, right? Like I would love to ride one and see what it's like.
Me too. I don't want to level the same kind of accusation that we get for using a Chinese engine, which is a fantastic motor, against them.
Right.
But at the same time, it's not like we're not rebranding a Chinese bike.
Right. But if it meets their standards, like, is this?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I'm trying.
It just seems like the story of Ural, the reason you buy Ural is not for the performance; it's for the character and the story of it. And motorcycles are something that matters.
Right.
Harley Davidson knows that, and they may not be doing the right thing with it.
Right.
Indian knows that. We know that.
Right. There's a heritage that needs to be respected on some kind of capacity, and I would even argue that
it's important to motorcyclists more than cars because you're not buying a car for. You're not buying a motorcycle for the same reasons you're buying a car. You're not buying it for practical reasons.
Right. I would argue that, I mean, even the big three, I mean, Kawasaki, Honda, Yamaha, they also respect the heritage that they've come up from.
For Suzuki,
Hayabusa, or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, this feels like a decision out of desperation.
Gary says, I heard the Ural factory is still having supply chain issues and the Chinese factory isn't.
Yeah.
Yes, that is true.
Yeah.
And I also hear that the Urals are still being made.
Yeah.
And that they claim that they're still going to try and supply old school Urals, but they're completely, you can't buy one now in the States.
Okay. But this isn't just like, hey, this is what we are now. They're very carefully. It sounds like. I mean, again, I'm just going off of this article and a couple others and some interviews I've listened to. But they're separating. This is Neo Ural. Okay,
it's even got its own webpage.
So that makes me feel a little better.
Yeah, me too.
Right, from a strictly branding perspective, but at the same time, why keep the sidecar?
So here's one more comment. Is this really the best tug they could identify? I get that they're having trouble getting the Boxer, but this lacks any of the charm of the way. I agree.
Yeah.
But I think what maybe a last thought on this would be, how do you confront modernity as a heritage? I hate that word, heritage brand. It's amazing. As a brand that has a history, and that has a following, that values you for more than the sheer practicality, right? And that's what motorcycles are. That's what we build this around. Is that, and so. How do you confront modernity? Do you go like appears that your Neo Ural has all in, and so but with a sort of like a kind of a they're trying to hit two different, like you said it earlier, like trying to do two things at once.
Right.
Do you try and go in like and make it modern, or do you try and make a kind of a a beautiful compromise.
Right.
And maybe they think this is a beautiful compromise.
Yeah.
Leading link, all that stuff. But I think there are going to be some questions.
Right. I wonder if I think it all comes down to how it it feels when you're riding it. I would imagine that it doesn't have the same quirks as the gear.
Oh, it's not going to have
Gear up.
any of the same
Gear up, gear down.
Gear up.
Gear
or
up.
the gear up, but they have a number. They used to have a number of different models,
Yeah.
not just the gear up. But there's some good comments in there. Go back up a little bit.
Yeah.
I didn't catch what Uncle Voodoo said originally. Maybe he made a video about it. But go back down. You get it, Uncle Voodoo. It's gross looking. Yeah, we're missing a comment there.
Let's scroll up a little bit.
It looks like they just bought a Chinese bike, slapped a sidecar on it, and rebranded it.
Yeah.
And Mark says, Voodoo, the Chinese make the whole thing like that under another brand. Yep.
Right. It's just a white labeled version.
It does seem like that. I mean, I hope I'm...
It does seem like the headlights are a little different on this one, on the Ural version, I guess. But at the same point, this feels like very, very drastic.
Is a gear up even worth $20K? Says Huntley Cycle Co. Like, is that $20K worth of bike? Now, I mean, I would argue yes. I think that the new Urals, you're not buying it for its performance, and I think that the price, I think it was probably pretty realistic for the amount of work that went into them. And when you see a Ural and you ride one, I mean, they have so much character,
right?
And it's like a Janus in the sense that you stop and people want to take pictures of it. They want to put their kid in the sidecar. Like you can put your dog in it. It's just so much. The experience you get out of it is just, it's like you're getting away with something when you ride around. It's like you're living in the 1930s when there weren't laws on the road. There weren't the same rules.
Right. You could get away with whatever the heck you wanted a little bit.
And so I would argue that the Urals, especially with the quality improvements that they saw in recent years, totally worth it. If I had that kind of money, I would spend it on a Ural.
Yeah,
absolutely.
But you pay that kind of money because you know where it's being built,
and because of the history. That's why you know the story,
right?
Yeah, there's. I mean, and Ural has crazy stories.
It's super. I think it's super cool. I'm having a hard time understanding the choice here. As much as I would like to give Ural the benefit of the doubt with the current constraints that I'm sure they're going through, like there had to have been a better way.
Yeah.
But I mean, I hope it works for them. I mean, I personally wouldn't buy it. I think it is saying two things at once, and by that I mean I think it's saying nothing.
But maybe like kind of like building off of that last thing I said about like how do you confront modernity. I am not advocating, and I've never advocated that we need to be just like caught in the past.
Yeah.
And so I commend Ural for continuing.
Yeah.
And providing a new option. I just think it illustrates how difficult that balance of building a valuable storied thing is. And that's a challenge that we go through at Janus with our bikes is like, how do you make these things modern? And then you get the people that are, well, that's not period correct. That it has, sorry if I'm insulting them in the chat.
Brakes.
It's got disc brakes. That's not period correct or whatever.
Right.
You're like, well, it's not trying to reference a period. It's trying to capture an essence of what a motorcycle should be. And some of that essence of what a motorcycle should be is a machine that is full of character, that you can see the parts, that's beautiful. And what we've been doing for the last 30 or 40 years with motorcycles, in my estimation, as it pertains to the character and its experience, is a failure.
Yeah.
Not knocking a beautiful 748 Ducati or whatever, like that does its job really, really well, right?
I found a barn find on Facebook Marketplace.
748?
It's yellow. I'm going to look at it tomorrow.
Really?
Wow. I should talk about that later because I'm going to need your help, I think.
Okay. Well, that would be really cool. Anyway, but just to wrap it up, it's really hard. Yeah. And I think this is one way to do it. Maybe it's not the best way to do it, but you're always working with constraints and compromise. I really hope that they've struck on a chord that's going to it's going to hit a chord with the American buyer,
right?
At the scale that they're going to require,
right,
to make it make sense. You know, Janus is, we can kind of get away with doing what we want in some regards because we don't need to have all of the market.
Right. Yeah, I think this bike that the Neo brand would do really well outside of America. I think that in America, kind of to your point, right? Like everyone is wanting an essence. It's not. Motorcycles aren't a tool in America. They are, I mean, for the most part, a toy, right? And we want our toys to speak to us. We want our toys to call to us and say, hey, like you should ride me, or hey, you should drive me, right?
Uncle Voodoo says the problem with modernizing is that the more modern and high tech things get, the less they age well. I think that's very well put, and I think that actually illustrates a point about that kind of heritage brand thing, right. whatever marketing, speak that is. That there's a real value in what we definitely try and do at Janus is the history is there's a similarity across history, so that if there's a problem, it gives customers and the manufacturer time to address it and to improve on it,
right? And
to come up with aftermarket supply chains for things, just like we have at Janus. Right. Like, there's support for this thing, and like it's like the KLR, like the most aftermarket, maybe not the most, but like you can get just about any Farkle you possibly want for a KLR because they didn't change it for 40 years.
Right.
And there's like, if you're trying to get into the essence of like DIY and maintaining your vehicle yourself and the culture, the forums that abound around these things, that's the beauty of these things. And if you just slap a disposable product with your label on it, then you lose the heart of what it is.
Right.
And I think that's maybe what concerns me about this.
Yeah.
So I think we thought this would be an interesting topic because it's very similar to what we do.
Right.
Modernizing an old idea, making it contemporary.
Old Ural, Neo Ural is like,
even Neo Ural is trying, I think they're still trying to do that, but like, they put a sidecar on it.
Yeah, but that's like because we have, what this is? This is giving me the phrase that I really don't like is well, that's the way we've always done it.
Yeah,
like that's what the Neo is giving. It's like, well, that's the way we've always. Look, that's our trademark. That's the way we've always done it. So,
but wouldn't that also be the excuse for just not changing at all? Or shutting down your factory. If we can't do it the same way we did, we're not going to do it anymore. I think they could have said that.
Yeah, but I think there needs to, and I'm sure they are persistent, right? Like not knowing the inner workings.
So they're passionate,
but I don't think this was the answer.
Oh yeah, I mean that may be true.
We got to think a little more creatively.
Time will tell.
Time will tell. I'm excited to see the 2026 or 2027 version of the Ural Neo 500C.
Would it have been that hard?
To what?
I think that the the what is it, Yingang? I think they actually made the Chinese knockoff of the Ural. So why didn't they go with a more like?
Okay, I would love to get that's a great. What are they thinking?
I don't know.
There has to be some thought process here.
I think that they're trying to actually do a really difficult compromise with modernity and try and modernize a sidecar.
Yeah,
they're still going to be the only people that make sidecars available in the U.S. if they can pull it off.
That's fair.
For under $15,000. I mean, maybe that's a play.
I guess I'm not a young lad,
but anymore. A 7-inch touchscreen TV, thing on the front. Why is that on there?
Maybe they're shooting for the young guys who don't know how to ride a motorcycle yet.
Well, then don't ride a sidecar.
No, man. I'm trying to help.
No, me too. I mean, I'm not trying to throw them into this. Ural sells between 500 and 800 motorcycles per year in the U.S.
Where's that at?
Very. So not a whole lot more than Janus motorcycles.
No, that feels.
So they also have a small share of the market. So why don't they do whatever they want?
I'm confused. The more we talk about this, the more confused I am.
Here we go. Yingang says, Richard, you prefer Neo 500 or Harley Davidson XL 440? Sorry, I'd take the Neo 500.
I don't know what the XL440
the
looks like.
XL440 is Harley's new, made in Lord only knows, like little scrambler thingamabobber.
An attempt to get into
it's I'm sorry, it's hideous.
Love it. We should look at that one next.
I mean, I'd much rather take a sidecar. I don't care what it is.
What is Janus thinking?
What is Janus?
I think he's using our own vernacular against ourselves.
Like what are we doing?
We're treating Ural like, what are you thinking? Like there has to be
we really have to watch ourselves.
What is Janus thinking? Like what? That's a great question.
It's either if he's trying to use our logic against us, or he's actually asking a legit question.
Yeah. Either way, I think it deserves an answer. Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, what we're thinking is the same thing. It's how do we make a machine that's full of character and history and story, and that provides a valuable experience, and those things other things we talked about, like the ability to work on it yourself, aftermarket parts, all that stuff, but that confronts modernity. I've always said, and I will always say, our Janus motorcycle is a modern motorcycle. It's a contemporary vehicle. It needs to be able to function just like any other vehicle.
Right.
So as far as like, what are we thinking in the future is like, we want to continue this narrow balancing path that we've maintained so far, but we want to bolster that with the problems that have confronted Ural, like supply chain,
right?
Capital, all those things we need to, that's what we're trying to muster our forces to be able to have a sustainable product that we can deliver for another 14 years, and that our owners will be able to come back to us. And that's why we're so excited about WeFunder and all the big advances for this coming year.
Yeah. And I just want to say, like, I don't want myself and I don't want you all to kind of get the notion that we don't like Ural. I think Ural is a really cool company, and I think Janus as a whole is cheering for Ural as another fellow, like, small motorcycle manufacturer, right?
Doing the crazy work that needs to be done,
right? Doing the insane stuff that's required, and we wish nothing but the best for them. And it would be cool to get the CEO of Ural on the Ramble stream one day.
Yeah, absolutely. What's I don't
know his name.
I forgot his name.
Is it Dimitri?
No, but it's like Alexei.
Well, it's I think that's all we got here. I don't know if you want to read any more comments, Richard, or what.
If I had the money for a Ural, I'd buy a Janus. That's from SimTech. All right. I think that's good.
I think we can end it on that.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're so glad that you guys tuned in on this episode. Let us know what you thought. You can leave comments after the fact on YouTube and on Facebook, wherever you're watching. Give us a review. What are you thinking? What do you like about us going through articles like this? Is this something that you guys are interested in? We're trying to find kind of a
always experiment.
Just trying to find something to settle in for a little bit until we change it again. So let us know. Thank you again for tuning in.
And next week we will have a new pair of shoes for Jansen, courtesy of you all. Maybe 8 pair.
I'm going to keep my shoes. I'm sorry. I can't do it.
Sorry, I interrupted you.
We'll see you next week.
All right.
For episode 110.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
That wraps up this episode of the Ramble Stream podcast. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed the show, subscribe wherever you listen, share it with a fellow Rambler, and please consider leaving a rating. And join us live every Monday at 7 p.m. on YouTube for our weekly Ramble Stream. You can also find us at ramblestreampod.com and on social at RambleStream.
We'll be back next week with more conversations, more stories, and of course, more rambling.
And remember, many of those who ramble may very well be lost, but that's probably the point.